Alright. Well, there is really only one place left we can go. I know it said walk, but... oh well. So he was right up here. Let me save again. Why not? That's the autosave. There we go. Probably shouldn't have overridden that one. Well, he has a gun. That's great.
An old man, wearing
The deserter,
trousers, leans on the frame stock of his rifle. He gathers a big ball of spit in his mouth, then spits it out into the extinguished fire before him. He raises his black eyes, hooded by creased eyelids, to meet yours. Unclouded by cataracts, his eyesight is sharp.
Good for him.
He's practically tearing up from spite. Hatred got the best of him a long time ago. This man hates everything.
Are you the fire guy?
You what now? I can't hear you.
Did you recently tell 2 kids to put out fires?
I may have. All sorts of little rats have come sniffing around, trying to give up the position.
Okay, so you probably have PTSD, huh?
Fire guy. Regressive bourgeoisie henchman. Can't even talk like a grown.
They are 4 and 5, or 5. One of them. You retain your eyesight.
My eyesight? Yes. Helps me see all the shit.
A shudder of disgust passes his right side. His left side remains motionless.
Did you close the blast door?
I did. And you opened it. How?
Use the console.
I should have burned that console down.
How'd you know I was coming?
The boat engine. On the water.
Nice gun.
It's not nice. It's a piece of shit. But it gets the job done.
Is it a Bella McGraw?
It's a 3-Angong 446.
A Samuran rifle. How did you get hold of one?
It was sent to us by our brothers in the Sinyao commune. Military aid.
The Sinyao?
You heard me. It's good now. Like chalk, white from the ball.
You need to put your gun down.
The lieutenant pulls his pistol from the holster.
You are a glorified night watchman. This is a service rifle. I can only lay it down before an enemy commander of corresponding rank.
Well, I am an enemy commander.
The words, "I am an enemy commander," sound cold as iron from your lungs. The old man still hugs his gun.
And what rank would that be?
Lieutenant Double Yiffinator.
A big wheel of the 4th Regiment of the Pederast Army. To hell with it. It's a walking stick anyway. It's out of bullets.
Like an amputated limb in the sand.
Pick up the
His
gun.
gaze follows your motions. The rifle feels surprisingly light in your hand. Frame stocked and patched in places with tape and wire.
Kim, don't put that gun away, by the way, until we have him in cuffs.
The rifle's in a shabby state, like a crutch.
He might have a knife on him or something, man.
Hieroglyphs are embossed into the forearm, made of walnut. On the butt, you see Vespertine writing, burnt into the wood. Triangon, 4.46 millimeter, made in Sinyao.
As he said.
It doesn't matter if it was made in Shanti Shanti. All it has to do is use jacketed ammunition.
Let's use a jacket
The
ammunition.
right type and the right calibre.
He's liking this.
Stow the gun.
The old man keeps following your motion with his gaze. His right arm twitches suddenly. This looked very much like the murder weapon. It could be used against him to get a confession in time.
Okay, who are you?
My name is Josef Lilianovich Drost.
I met a doctor with that name once.
Political commissar.
Turn people into blue people.
114th
Pretty weird.
Anti-Aircraft Division of the 4th Army of the Commune of Revachol. I am a deserter, a partisan, and a prisoner of war. This is my termless surrender.
The commune of Revachol? Do you mean the ICM? Your holdover from the...
From the Insular Indian Citizens Militia, the army of the revolution.
So why'd you kill the guy? I'm assuming you're the killer.
Trained in the École de Contrôle Orient and consigned to emergency defense duties in '08. I left my unit on the eve of the landing. When I returned here on May 14th, the commune had fallen. Still armed and ideologically trained, I wrote a criticism of myself and resumed partisan duties.
51 minus 8 equals 43.
You've been here for 43 years?
No. I've been on other islands, too. I was an Resurrection until they turned it into a spa in 18. Then I was an E-48, a nameless sound, until the sea washed over it. Then I came back here. That was 22 years ago.
We've been hiding for 43... Yeah, you've been hiding for 43 years.
43 years and 10 months.
That's insane.
It's not how a human being should live. But I had to. I couldn't just forget. I couldn't just forget what I saw.
What have you been doing during all this time?
Hiding, fishing, waiting.
Shooting people having sex.
Where the afternoon grows late, on Rue de Saint-Ghislain, people walk home. Street lights will soon be lit. Further inland, the streets are alive with workers, men, women, children, street hawks and migrant laborers. The temperature is steady. Alto cumulus clouds form above Precinct 41. 2 police officers step out of the whirling in rags cafeteria. Satellite officer Jean Blair inspects a series of burnt black letters splashed across the plaza mosaic. Patrol officer Judith Minot points west. The fishing village. She glances at her watch. We meet in 15 minutes. It's a 10-minute walk. The officers go, leaving behind the writing, still smoldering. One day, it says, I will return to your side.
Yeah, okay. Translation was close.
Always waiting.
For what?
For her to return.
Oh shit, is this me?
Her who?
Girl, child, revolution.
Girl, child, revolution.
Always.
I'm afraid she's
The
gone.
material base for an uprising has eroded. The working class has betrayed mankind and themselves. The historic opportunity for a revolution has passed. It will not come back anymore, however hard I try, whatever I do.
What has he done?
What have you
Perhaps a
done then?
confession will lighten the...
Yes, what? To get things going again? Fan the flame?
There is no flame to fan. There is nothing left of the world, of our dreams.
You deserted your unit.
I was just 16 years old, 15 when I volunteered. I had a lapse of faith.
Lapse of
You
faith.
could say I misunderstood the historic role of the proletariat and thought Mazovian socioeconomics were fallible. For a second, I doubted the irreducible laws of historic materialism. A second is all it took
For what?
for reaction to take hold.
What?
Petty bourgeois terror. It's in all men.
And when was this?
May the 13th, 08, 44 years ago. The horizon was black with coalition airships. Their petroleum rose to the sky, and it looked like it formed the clouds, storm clouds. When they started shelling, it was dark magic.
Dark magic.
Combined might of international capital. All at once. All the greed and terror in the world. tore into Revachol. It lifted streets from the ground and turned houses into ghosts. We were in the flak tower, huddled on the floor. The artillery was 80 kilometers away in Ozon, but I knew the commune would fall. We would all be turned into ash. So I said I was
So
going
you
to
just
the
left
macro.
during... Okay. I wasn't sure when exactly you left, but that makes sense, I guess.
A terrible shame still within him.
You didn't go to the
Loads of
map
his
room,
heroes
did
are
you?
red.
No. I climbed the chain link across the water and hid inland, in the bunkers there, like the weakest of the weak. A mouse, frightened of the ordnance all night.
Well, I mean, if you stayed,
and the
you would have been
sound of
shot
the
against that
roaches
wall
in
like the rest of them,
morning,
I guess.
Whirring airships. I climbed out into hell. The landing was complete. The chain was submerged. I had to swim back. The fortress was half submerged too, shattered. They'd all drowned in the lower levels, or got torn to shreds above. The anti-aircraft gun had malfunctioned. So had I. I left them without ideological direction. It was real. I'd seen it.
Okay.
I'd seen it.
So they want me to keep talking to you to get a confession. That's what he said,
The
yeah.
mask of
Or one of my
humanity
thoughts said.
fall from
But man,
capital.
dog,
It
I
has to
don't...
take it off to
I
kill
don't fucking
everyone.
care. Like, I don't care about
All
your
the
storied
hope
history
and
as a
tenderness
soldier.
in the world.
I want to know if you killed the
It has to
guy.
take it off
And I
just
want to know
for
why.
1 second.
Like, I'm assuming PTSD
the
from how you
deed.
stated it before.
And then you see it, as it strangles and beats your friends to death. The sweetest, most courageous people in the world. You see the fear and power in its eyes. Then you know that the bourgeois are not human.
You know what? Whatever, man.
I had to fight it. I had to never stop.
What is this place?
It's not an island, Dwight. It's a defensive fortification of the commune of Revachol.
But it's on an island, right?
And I am its last surviving defender. The congenitally deformed King Philip II built it to restrict access to the Bay of Revachol. We captured it in '02, retrofitted the fort with an AA gun to defend against
And that didn't work for you.
landing against the whole world. Coalition military called it Operation Deathblow. I later found out on the radio they called it Deathblow. You're one of them. Tell me, who speaks like that? We had 50 million people on Caillou alone.
Someone who's come to end this madness. Coalition, I'm not one of them. I don't know what you're saying, man. Just tell me something else, I guess.
Nah. Iblis. Iblis calls it that.
What?
The black-eyed angel.
How do you
How
survive?
does anyone survive? I steal.
Now hold on there.
What do you steal? I mean, that is a choice, too. Like, you could have not been here, but what do you steal?
Supplies, vegetables. I collect rainwater. It's the life of a dog, not a human being.
How is your health, Mr. Dross?
I've been throwing up blood since winter. Red, like beetroot. Been passing it in stool, too.
Okay, so you are very ill.
He does seem frail. Gaunt for his age. More like 75 than 65. Trouble putting on weight could mean cancer.
The RCM can provide medical services. You need to be looked over.
I need to die. You don't have medical facilities. You have guns. That's all they give you. Toy guns. hands.
We also have Druamine.
We have Druamine.
I have been running out of that stuff.
There's no way he could manage the pain without them. It's safe to say he is addicted to painkillers by now.
Okay.
It's the little joys. The dark joke, a sunshiny day, morphine.
Yeah, serious situation.
There's nothing to look over. The triage is in, and it's black. Administer morphine. Moribund.
Have you coped?
I haven't.
Yeah, no, that's very fucking clear, dog.
Years missing. Others filled with pain only. A decade of I don't even know what. Inferno?
I would imagine it gets tremendously difficult mentally to live in isolation.
Traitors. It's better alone. I watched.
I don't know. I like being alone for the most part.
On.
Though I'm not really truly... Okay, obviously I don't live alone. Like, I take care of my mother, obviously. But generally in speaking, before, I like being alone. It's a little bit different, right? There's the internet, for one. I do YouTube stuff. So I get comments to interact with all the time. I stream, talk to people in chat there. So it's, you know... Even when I'm completely alone, I mean, obviously I do have friends as well. I don't get to see them as much as I'd like to, or used to anyways. But it's not truly alone, like this guy was, sitting with no one on an island. That probably would drive me insane.
Are they not heartbroken? How could they have moved on?
It was hard in the Thames. I didn't have partisan training. They were searching for stragglers, those bloodhounds. Floodlights on the water at night.
There were posters, campaigns.
We communards still hoped, and they needed to snuff that hope out. The East capitulated. Martinez and Cold City were turned to dust. But Jamrock, Forburg, even Coron, and Boogie Street, of course. Those fucking kips had Marsov coursing through their veins. And others too. Some cordons of Revachol was still fighting. There were cells. I tried to contact...
Oh, we can give the extra fuel box, fuel container to Lily.
Frequencies dead.
If her engine takes that fuel.
At night, I used a dinghy. I only went after dark then. When I got to the city, I stayed underground. Patrols, you lot, the commons too. They'd started snitching.
In the city, you move underground?
From bunker to bunker. Not anymore. No one cares now. I don't even have to hide. They think I'm another antisocial vagrant.
Okay.
I could walk straight into that town if I wanted. I just...
The weapons cache under the Saint place. Have you been there?
So you finally found it. There must have been a small squadron's worth of arms in there. Belmer graves, right?
There were.
Useless now. Rusted away.
So you've been there?
Sleeping. Some nights. Ammo scrounging on others. Those McGraves were shit, even before they corroded. Some had bullets in the chamber, however.
You feel the dots connecting. Little dots on the map he's walked across.
Okay, the small bunker, the field building.
The
field
propaganda
building.
bunker. I used to, but not anymore.
Propaganda bunker?
They stored leaflets there. Broadcasting equipment, too. Made broadcasts, I think. Propaganda officers. I buried them with their leaflets. They killed themselves. A lot of our boys did. I spent some winters there. Never liked it. Kept thinking of them. I don't want to. They're all traitors. Pigs, rabbits, and dogs. Men without ideals are only animals.
He does not want to see life moving on. People forgetting.
You know, people living. Do you smoke cigarettes?
I do.
Ever smoke them on the mainland?
They're good. Plenty of tar. I like that boy on the pack, too. Reminds me of the last century.
Uh-huh. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I've known a lot of people that have smoked cigarettes. I don't think any of them have ever been like, oh, I like this brand. It's full of tar. Tell me another thing.
The old man looks across the water.
You said you were on your terminal cylinder.
You're with the
Jesus. We were getting this guy's life story, apparently.
That enforces bourgeois morals in Revachol. A so-called Lieutenant W. Freighter.
We enforce the law, we keep them... I know what it looks like, but I have secret plans to turn the ICM into... No. We're the good guys. We are the good guys.
Murderers. You're the RCM. You represent the Moralist International. The enemies of humanity who took this city.
Well, I'm the good guy, and Kim's the
I
good guy,
represent
clearly.
Their adversary, Le Parti Communiste Insolent. Take me to them as a prisoner of war. I have relinquished my weapon. I can no longer serve. No superiors can relieve me of my duty. You bulldoze them all to a mass grave for trying to free humanity.
A spray of blood from his mouth on the black charcoal in the fire pit.
Alright, so you're a communist soldier?
No, I am not a soldier. I am an ideological officer. I belong to the party.
But you were trained, right?
Trained in historical materialism, then assigned as a political commissar by the party. These things used to mean something.
Yeah, I guess, because I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Political commissar.
The old man does not answer. He tilts his silver head and looks at the reeds. You see a small tremor pass through his legs.
His job was to assure the army answers to civilian control and follows the ideology of the Commune.
Scientific communism. A commissaire politique is a knight philosopher of the revolution. A future human.
Right.
He was like a cleric, a shepherd.
Oh! Okay, what level spells did he have?
No. The opposite of that. A future human. Not a human of the past.
Right.
He nods slowly. Then another tremor.
I'm a moralist.
No, you're not. You're part of the meat shield. The human shield that surrounds the fascists while they kill and rape. That's what you are.
Nah, I'm pretty up for killing people that do that.
Detective, we have not come here to discuss ideology.
I mean, that's true, it was just an option.
We have come to ask questions regarding a murder.
Okay, fine, good.
The old man spits into the fire pit. He does not say anything more. A jitter passes his lower body. There's definitely something off with his body.
You think?
Something more than just metabolism, or even cancer.
Alright, next batch
There's
questions.
nothing serious in this world.
There's
It's a farce.
no way that I'm gonna be able to do that. I don't even have composure. Do I have level ups? Oh, I got 3 level ups. I got 4 level ups actually. 1 second, buddy. I'll try it.
For a 60-year-old man with stomach trouble, who spent his entire life alone on an uninhabited island, he seems surprisingly fit. He's clearly a drug user of the painkillers.
Okay, 1 second. I know you're not going anywhere. Gotta level up my composure and put on shirt that has composure. Actually, I think it was shoes? I might already have them on. I do not have them on. Composure. Oh, it's pants. Oh, and shoes. Okay. Well, I don't want to put on those shoes. But it will help. Give me a +2.
Hear that? Magnesium. That's what you're lacking. The lack of
What are you
the
talking
magnesium
about?
levels in your blood are
Why am I
dangerous.
having a thought now?
It's about the low magnesium levels and not the high alcohol.
You know what? Fuck off, thought, okay? I'm in the middle of something.
Aside from the rare erratic,
Minions of cap.
Oh, come on!
aside from the rare erratic hand
I'll spend all these fucking points, alright, buddy? You ain't going nowhere.
What strikes you about this gaunt man is not the stomach pain, or the cough, or the malnutrition. It's precisely what you could not see before. For a man who spent 44 years hidden in the urban wild.
He's surprisingly okay.
Indeed, he speaks fluidly. His movements are rapid, if erratic. His voice, despite the cough, is there. It is capable of expressing complicated ideas. Above all, he seems animated.
By what?
It's a mystery. This animation comes...
Is he a cryptid?
Erratic hand gestures, thought processes cut off like threads, as he just stares at the logs or the reeds. He also suffers mood swings, bubbling to the surface, unconstrained by his nervous system.
Relatable.
Great leaps of emotion, from anger...
He has dementia. Okay.
You've seen demented people before. This feels similar, yet different. When his thoughts move, they are lucid, keen even.
I mean,
Not
it can
senile.
vary a lot.
Is this some kind of substance damage? Like he's addicted to something? Not only the painkillers he's clearly on.
Wouldn't a foul temper be a byproduct of his own life?
Perhaps, but his seems more than that. The inner turmoil takes unexpected turns, as if forced on him in a way. In summary, you sense some underlying neurological disorder.
You have a psychoactive substance?
No. I won't be stuffed full of shit like the rest of this city.
You said you take painkillers.
I take them to cope with pain. The people of this city use painkillers because they have pain. Untreated illnesses, not enough money for a greedy doctor.
Are you sure about him being lucid?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Maybe he's just affected by an extreme case of socialism. It's not a downer, rather an upper.
Oh, amphetamines?
Like some kind of decadent rock star. No, I'm not okay. I shit blood, and I'm surrounded by insane people.
Okay. That's only halfway relatable.
There it is again. Erratic hand motions, bouts of rage, and the stomach thing too, of course. Could it be a symptom of overdosing on something? Something even you have not tried? Keep your eyes peeled.
Okay. What have you been using the gun for?
I've used it for killing people.
Here we go. A trail of blood. The lieutenant smells it too.
Killing people?
It's a gun. That's what they're for. You want a moralist euphemism? Defending your family and your property. I haven't done that. I've used it to kill people.
Interesting. During or after the war?
There is no after the war.
Okay, so yes, you've used it to kill people after the war.
So he's continued killing after hostilities ended. Okay. Go in straight. No euphemisms. He doesn't like those. No. Be careful now. Slow and steady does it. Make him repeat it first. Don't mess this up. Remember, he wants to tell you. Get personal.
I know you want to tell me, have you killed people with that gun in the last 2 weeks? You're just gonna kill or shoot a colonel of security? Okay, so you're saying you killed people after active fighting stopped.
What did I just say?
What did I just tell you? Don't drop the ball now.
Okay, fine. Hey, dog. I know you want to tell me. No, how about this? Did you use the gun to kill and shoot the colonel?
The who now?
The fascist death squad who took a bullet in the mouth on the night of the 4th.
Oh, yes. That one. Ugly piece of work, that boy.
Did you kill him?
I am a son of a welder and an officer of the commune of Revachol. I do not collaborate with murderers and pederasts of the liberal regime.
Exhaust him with proof. Pile it all on him. Get a confession.
Okay.
The scent of blood in the air. But what else? There was something you can't remember. Something about the tracks. Suddenly, all those tracks are so confusing. Go with something else first.
Let's see. Hit yourself on the side of the head. No, you're a communist. I talked to a dead man who told me communism killed him. We've done ballistic at this point. Okay.
I saw you poking around there, looking for evidence. You're damn diligent when it comes to dead fascies. Did you like the view?
You had direct visibility. There are embrasures in the concrete, specifically meant for a top follower to use. And you had a long-range rifle in your possession. You've been here a long time, Mr. Druss. Too long. You clearly need medical aid.
I'm ready to die. I've done my part.
He's practically admitting to it. Dead fascists for fascists. Done his part. Just one thing remains unclear. The rifle does not seem to have a scope.
One thing, where's the scope? How did you make a shot without a scope? We have everything else. It's the best uninterrupted line of sight into... Yeah, really a scope.
Forget about your stupid fucking scope. I don't know where it is. Find it yourself. It's your problem now.
He lost it. He just doesn't know where it is. Forget it. Push on.
It's the best uninterrupted line of sight.
Because it's a sniper's nest, you stupid fuck. Radio Gosh is right. You have worms in your brain.
Yeah, probably.
Almost. He almost burst out there. Keep piling arguments.
I talked to a dead man.
Stupid twat.
The lieutenant looks at you with worry in his eyes. Not this, he seems to say. Anything but this.
Intuition.
Intuition is an aberrant psychologism. It reeks of crypto-fascism. The parasite class use intuition to justify their rank in life. It's all just palmistry and magic, Earl creatures. Your brain is rotting.
I mean, yeah.
Radio waves.
He does not answer the provocation. It does not look like he thinks this approach worked. Yeah, this just did nothing.
Thanks, suggestion.
But still, somehow you knew it was a communist.
Ow.
Perhaps you suspected it before you took the case.
Uh-huh.
The vision was you remembering that.
But this did nothing.
Was it supposed to?
Yeah. I look deeper then.
The inland sea is
Turn
dark.
back to him.
Standing there, slack-jawed, brain festering.
What am I forgetting?
Wait, here it comes. The goddamn Maybells. The dried Maybells on Clausia's roof.
Oh, yeah.
There were Maybells
My head
on
hurts
Clausia's and Maybells on Clausia's balcony. Wait, don't forget the footprints. The diagonal prints in the dust in the secret space behind Clausia's bedroom. Now, they're gonna come up.
Of course. Thank you, Head. Thank you.
You got it. Remember, the boot prints were like no modern soul. Maybe don't beat yourself anymore, though. You're not immortal.
I mean, I wish. I wonder what brand of shoe you're wearing.
Everything is brands with you individualists. Who cares what brand my shoes are? Sansa. Some shit.
Show me the soles, please, Mr. Druss.
Fucking imbecile.
The maker is called Sensory. You see their V-shaped logo, but can't make out the size.
41 to 42.
These are not the unusual horizontal patterned soles you saw in the dust on the floor of the hidden room. They do, however, seem to be about the same size.
The size fits, but not the sole.
Wait, maybe it's simpler than that.
So,
Yeah.
He doesn't have to be wearing them right now.
Doesn't mean he, people change shoes. It doesn't mean you weren't there near the room.
Racking those brains, are you? Desperate to report something back to your masters? They must have really loved that dead fuck.
No, just can't have you out here shooting people.
The lieutenant gives you a quick sideways glance and nods to acknowledge. The prints were his. You can see it in those eyes. He can't keep them from flickering, looking for something. The old man stares at his own prints in the ash around the fire. Silent suddenly, some strange process within him. A gush of wind. See more. He's gonna crack. But you need a little more.
I got your gun.
Not a lot of guns around that use military-grade ammunition, are there?
It's a real gun. Not like your little musketeer pistol. I've seen you prance around with that, jumping hoops for the liberals. You look like imbeciles. Why don't you ask them to give you real weapons? Going against automatic rifles with these toy guns. Of course you got those boys killed.
Damn, he saw you. He's watched it happen. He would have a good view of the tribunal from it.
Oh, yeah.
It's not just empty boasting.
I mean, it was a draw.
So he saw you. Okay. So what? Don't let it divert you.
Stop changing the subject. We have the murder weapon.
You know what? You're right. I'm convinced this made the shot. Should we call it?
I'm calling it. We have the murder weapon.
This feels good, doesn't it? Tearing things up like this. When you have the murder weapon, you have the killer.
Murder.
Tie up every loose end now.
What?
No other chance.
Let me back off.
You lost, Dwight. You lost.
One more time.
Petty bourgeois law. This is all you care about, right? The only thing in the world for you types.
Tear into him again.
How? For what?
Show me the soul.
These are
The size fits, but not the soul.
Corrupt henchmen of pedophiles. You're
What?
desperate to report something back to them, aren't you?
the old man stares. You've almost got him. Just a last little push.
I don't know what else.
You had direct. You've been here a long time.
I'm ready.
He's just one thing.
Oh, you said fascist. You're admitting to killing him.
You're sad for your fascia brother, aren't you? One twig got broken. Now the others are sad.
Leave no stone unturned. Get him on what matters most.
You know what I really wish you did, game? Is if there was other options available in these, you didn't gray them out. Because I actually have no fucking idea what you want me to do.
Not this, he seems to say. Anything but this.
Nature does not behave in a para-natural manner. Aberrant bourgeois
I just keep
musings,
selecting everything, I guess.
magic earl creatures and esoteric sensations. It's all crypto-fascism. Your brain is
He does not yeah, but still, somehow.
standing there.
Do this again.
Not this.
Matter does not. Your brain
Yeah, but still.
Okay.
standing there, slack-jawed. So
You had direct. You've been.
I'm ready.
He's just one thing remains unclear. The rifle does not. He lost it. He just leave no stone unturned.
You're lost, Dwight. You're lost.
I honestly, I don't know what you want me to fucking do. I guess I just arrest him at this point? You keep saying I gotta keep doing, like, he didn't confess. Like, I honestly have no fucking idea what you want me to do. I guess we just... I guess we just arrest him, right? Because why not? Kim, you have anything to say?
Yes.
Nope. There's just nothing else appearing there.
Capital.
So you're under arrest.
Is what you plan to say. Before you can get past, you're under. The lieutenant interrupts you.
Officer, are we sure? We could maybe get more.
How? What do you mean? What do you want me to do? There's nothing here. Like, I'm not getting any options. Okay, fine.
Startled him. Maybe it was the silence.
My
51 minus 8.
How long you been on this island?
43 years. No. I've been on other islands too. I was in Resurrection until they turned it into a spa. And you're with the RCM. The Coalition appointed mob that enforced... Take me to them as a prisoner of war.
I guess...
There's nothing...
Tear into him.
Sure.
well, shit. Okay. Oh my god.
Everything.
Show me.
Fuck.
The maker. These are
The size.
Correct.
the old. You've almost got.
Not a lot.
It's a... You.
Damn. He would have a good view of the truck. So he saw you. Okay.
You saved a lot of them.
Like, fuck you did. You didn't handle anything. I watched it happen. You let those beasts rip right into them. Got the fat kid killed. The old man...
That wasn't a kid. That was John Candy.
None of those people mean anything to you. The vultures feed on this city, and you prepare the meal for them.
You're getting diverted. Push the gun.
So you watched the fight. Did you like what you saw? The mayhem. It was all your doing. Your plan.
Oh, okay.
You got them killed.
You don't know anything,
Okay.
imbecile.
Okay, so keep pushing, but we can't keep
He would have a
pushing.
good view of the tribunal from here.
Like, none of those people mean...
You're getting diverted.
So you watched.
You don't know anything.
You know what? You're right. I'm convinced this 4.46 jacketed ammunition, modified for range. We have it. This is it.
Okay, we have the murder weapon.
This feels good, doesn't it?
Murder.
Tie up every loose
Fucking
end.
Christ.
There's no.
I just... That's different, kind of. Tie up every loose end.
You have
So the only thing we're missing is the
One
scope.
thing remains unclear.
You're sad for...
Leave no stone unturned.
Fuck it.
You
You're
lost
done.
What? But you said I would be taken to the...
This terror is the sum of all the uncontrollable movements and mood swings he's been exhibiting. The wind picks up. The silence on the water is broken all around you. Little shivers of waves appear. The lieutenant continues, like an incantation.
Your Wayfarer rights have been suspended. Information provided to the officers on the scene will be used against you by the prosecution. You will be given legal counsel within 1 week and must face court in 44 days. Do you understand? Do you understand?
But...
Do you understand, sir?
No, I don't want to. I have to stay here.
He's not afraid of jail. He's afraid of something else, like parting from a loved one.
Your confirmation is not required, sir. Now on to the boat.
Uh-oh.
You thought you heard something, but it's just the reeds.
Maybe we could all fit in there.
Does it have room for 3?
Not really. We could escort him to the pier, then either one of us can...
So we
take him
failed that
around
check,
while
so
the
I'm
others
assuming there's
stay
something
here.
else.
But
Is there another person here?
But then, who watches him while you're coming back here?
Who watches him while I come
you
back?
come back for me? How about I go and send a boat back for you?
What is this farce? This is a fucking farce. I can't.
Lillian, you could ask her maybe.
Maybe we gotta ask Lillian to watch him.
This is no harmless old man.
Yeah, it's true. Well, that was a horrible suggestion. You're right.
This fucking world. This world. What is this?
Maybe we could all fit in?
Actually, no.
You could come back for me once you take into the precinct.
No. It would take a whole day on this island. You go and transport the prisoner. I'll be here. I can escort him to the pier with you.
Oh, no need to be polite. I'll do
This
it.
world. What are you talking about? Is this...
The wind is cold from the east. Your skin is crawling suddenly.
Oh, fuck. It's the Phasmid! Kim!
A delicate tangle of arms and legs unfolds from the reeds, limb by limb, to then just stand there, moving its scythe-like arms in ghostly silence.
Blink.
It's still there, an unfolding mechanism.
What is that? I'm assuming that was a perception check, huh?
In place.
What are you talking about?
That giant stick insect.
There's nothing there.
The stick insect is over 3 meters tall. It looks straight at you with its tiny pinprick eyes and its grotesquely small head. You feel your legs shaking under you and your gun hand rise instinctively.
There it is. I see it.
Tell me what you see, damn it.
Kim, can you see it?
I can see it.
Oh, thank God.
4 simple words, thank God. If he can see, then you're not insane. But that means it's really there, spinning slowly, in absolute silence, its limbs long and slender.
Be very, very careful.
I have no idea what the fuck is going on with this game anymore. Okay, to be fair, I never had any idea what the fuck was going on with this game. But at the same time...
The creature stands on long stilt-like legs, antennae hanging from its head like a woman's hair, white and curled at the tips. It is no more than 5 steps away from you. The segmented antennae move with apprehension, searching for something that's not there. Reed-like tufts stick out of its joints. As the insect moves its forearms, it produces a faint hiss, like a reel-to-reel machine spinning.
Lay the pheromones on thick? In your childhood experience, your corpse will be marked by stars. Oh, God. Whisper.
It is.
You glance over your shoulder.
Sure we won't scare it off?
The lieutenant holds a piece of milled aluminium. He begins to pull it open, extremely carefully. It's the camera.
We need a photo. No one will believe us.
From the corner of your eye, you see a sudden cascade of motion ripple through the Phasmid's limbs. A series of ultrasonic clicks fills your ear. I am not palatable. Do not eat me. I am afraid.
It's afraid. Stop
I
now.
won't be one of those fools who didn't take a picture.
I mean, he's right.
He's letting his pride get in the way. You see the Phasmid turn to him, its mandible antennae reaching out. Its motions are quick, sudden.
Who cares what they think?
Understood. Of course.
The spindly mechanism turns itself back to you, its antennae taking their measure of the air.
Okay, I mean,
Slowly.
do I just try it? Like, are you afraid?
Nothing changes in the cyclical braying motion of the creature's limbs. They are porcelain white on the inside and reed-colored on the out, beige, light brown, and striped. You are unsure if it is scared or not. Its insect mind is impenetrable to your reasoning.
Okay, well, approach carefully. With a gun.
Slowly, with your breath held, you take 2 small steps toward the Phasmid. The creature lets out a series of ultrasonic clicks that swarm around your head like swallows. Like laughter, a sort of happiness. Sweat drips from your brow, soaking your chest. You reek of it. Your chemical.
Oh, yeah, right. The dude put the right.
Hissing and clicking, it extends its mandible-like antennae to greet you. You're right below it now, looking up at the colossal chitin of its white limbs.
Hello.
The creature is
Or
crowned by
raise your hand
wings,
slowly.
and the insect stops its stridulation, seeming to observe you. Below its crown of reeds, little pinprick eyes detect motion, glittering. The world stands still around. No, stop. Be afraid.
Raise your other hand too.
As you do, the invertebrate comes to life, its limbs moving independent of each other, as if each has a mind of its own. They are white, like stalks of porcelain.
You are a giant bug.
written above you,
Good God.
praying to you.
That's right. Pray.
Unwittingly, the insect continues its stridulations. As it moves, tuft-like structures, still pretending to be plants, rustle along on its joints.
Perhaps it is preparing to eat its god.
Okay, Kim, take the picture.
Okay.
There is no change in the insect's motion while it's being aimed by the camera. It remains fixated on you.
In 3. If it moves, you jump back. I'll shoot. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
The shrill flash of the camera cuts the air like the blade of a sword. The phasmid freezes in its bright light. Head turned toward the lieutenant, hypnotized by the flash. It stands frozen before you.
I got it.
For all time.
Carefully pet its scythe-like forearm?
The limb before you is incredibly light, like eggshell. It's much lighter than a reed. You feel a soft push could tip the creature over. Its hollow exoskeleton collapsing.
Alright, rub your hand along the slender
A
limb.
small shudder.
Are we
passes
about
the
to
creature's arm.
suggestively talk to this
Its black
phasmid?
pearl eyes still glisten, mesmerized by the light passing its nervous system. There is some.
Oh, we gotta send this picture to Lena!
As it slowly processes the overwhelming brightness of the signal, the invertebrate is regaining control. The stimulus overloaded it. It's passing like an extended moment or a gallstone.
Okay, we got it. You know, let's slowly caress his
The
whiskers.
antennae hang from a great height.
It's been
With
2
your
hours
hand
since I started
shaking,
recording.
You barely touch the tip of the left. wrist. On contact, the kiting curls into a
I might
spiral,
just
like the
feature-length
tip of a
fucking
poison
disco
knife.
finale,
Its touch
or Disco
on your
Elysium finale, I
feels
guess.
cold, ticklish. The sensation is electrifying, resounding through your body.
Be careful, detective.
Okay, we got it.
Another shudder pulses through the creature's limbs. It jolts back to life.
I'm Harry.
No reply. A total ancient silence comes from its mouth,
Well,
along with what appears to be some kind of foam.
ugh.
The stridulations of its limbs continue all around you.
Look closer.
You were right. Little bubbles form on the mouth parts of the creature, on its segmented lower lip. It looks to be foaming, slowly. The foam is white, then yellowish.
Kim, it's foaming.
Careful. It may be poisonous.
That's very true.
The foam slowly turns a darker shade, like burnt caramel.
Tell
as
me
the
what you
insect
are doing.
moves its mouth parts, masticating.
I exist.
Yeah, I exist too.
Tell me what it's like for you.
I'm ill.
What is your illness?
That's my heart.
For me, it is not like that. I have states, not the emotions. For example, I experience excitement at unexpected sugar rewards. But that is nothing.
I know, that's fucking relatable, to be quite honest.
Now I will tell you how it is for me. For me, it is a series of half-lit images, a kind of darkness, being intruded upon, transient, dim, moist,
Intruded on by what?
shapes of plants and animals, and internal sensations,
You know,
normal sounds, tiny vibrations on the inside.
when I first started this game,
I speak of complexities totally beyond my understanding.
like, oh, cool, point and click murder mystery type deal, detective stuff. That's cool. Oh, it involves a lot of like drug stuff and amnesia. That's interesting. Oh, okay. There's a lot of political talk. Hey, a lot of slurs going on here. Sure. Oh, there's a couple people looking for a cryptid. That's kind of silly. Okay. Oh, you help some kids out in their church. Oh, by the way, cryptid's actually real, and apparently during the finale you're gonna have a conversation with it.
I am at the end of a narrow weightless, so light, it only feels like something to be me. In truth, perhaps I'm nothing. I certainly do not have a
The fuck is happening to me right now? You know what? The fuck is happening to me right
I
now?
don't know. You're just a shadow for me. Far away, faintly transmitting, but for a curious smell.
I'm glad to be me.
Few of us can begin to imagine the horror of you, with all of creation reflected in your forebrain.
Oh, is Harry God? God?
Of hells, a kaleidoscope of fire and writhing glass. Eternal damnation.
Oh, that'd be an interesting concept. God, like, transforms himself into a person and gives himself, like, a pretty horrible life in some regards.
Even when you're sleeping.
And then you gotta try to
and
fix
when
it.
you're awake, you carry it around on your neck, with eyes open that cannot help but swallow more behind the mirror. I feel great, mute empathy for you.
That's very disorienting. I try to keep my shit together when I'm not putting my gun in my mouth that one
It
time.
must be incredibly hard. The Arthropods are in silent and meaningless awe of you. Know that we're watching. When you're tired, when the vision spins out of control, the insects will be looking on, rooting for you. And when
I hope there's nothing goes wrong with this recording, because that's gonna be a lot of footage to lose if that happens.
Banner-like, blossom from you and carry you apart in a sky funeral, in honor of your passing. But not me, because I'm just a leaf eater.
Okay.
Detective. Arriving. On the scene.
I'm a detective.
So am I. I was born to detect sucrose rewards and semiochemicals. What were you born to detect?
The killer.
He's in a bad state, deteriorating fast now. He thinks I am beneficial to him, but I am not.
Oh.
I only
Oh, is it...
deepen his
Are you, like,
deterioration
fucking the foam fucking with his head?
very slowly, and only because he won't go away. It is meant to keep them from noticing me, to interfere with the pictures in their
Oh, okay.
heads. But he has looked at me for too long, and I am destroying him.
So, just seeing you fucks with people's perception. Is that what's going on? Is this a dream?
No, you're awake. I am real. Light is forming me. This is real.
Where does this come from?
Not even the birds know that. Not even the water lily.
Then all you have to do is beat our fists against it?
You can also eat it. If it's a leaf, you can put it in your mouth. Yum yum. Or read.
You are fucking adorable, you know that? What exactly are you?
I am
Aside from
an unknown
adorable.
species of the order Phantasmodia, endemic to the Insulandian Insula. For the last 350 years, I have hidden in plain sight, masquerading as the reeds, molding, cloning myself, unfolding at night to play with trash bins and boys.
Relatable.
It may have unknown, dangerous biochemical characteristics that help it maintain.
Yeah, I think I realized that when she said it was like rotting that dude's mind.
Noticed by the first settlers and the land surveyors of the suzerain. Also, by the soldiers of the revolution and officials of the occupation. Even the Semenese islanders who came here first, but did not stay, have not seen me. I have stayed hidden through 4 forms of government and 2 scientific revolutions.
So you old as fuck, is that what you're saying?
Accidentally discovered by a detective of the citizen militia in Rebelshaw, district of Martinez.
Oh, me!
March
Are you poisonous?
Yes. I do not have a starter display, so I use a neurodegenerative element to aid in camouflage. Do not worry. It is only destructive over long periods of time.
The deserter.
Yeah, he's been here a long
for
time. That's insane.
No, you are.
Okay.
The moral of our encounter is, I am a relatively medium life form, while it is you who are a total extreme madness.
I try not to
The
be.
volatile senior nerve system.
What about all those times you freak out at a game, get really mad, Chronos? I'm trying not to do that either, alright?
The pale too came with you. No one remembers it before
Wait, the Pale is human-made?
The Nidarians do not. The radially symmetrics do not. There is an almost unanimous agreement between the birds and the plants that you are going to destroy us all.
Well, you're not wrong there. The Pale is human-made?
It is a nervous shadow cast into the world by you, eating away at reality. A great...
Is this about to turn into Persona where I have to fight the Pale?
Coincides with the arrival of the human mind.
I don't have that kind of power.
You're a violent and irrepressible miracle. The vacuum of cosmos
Thanks?
and the stars burning in it are afraid of you. Give me enough time, you will wipe us all out and replace us with nothing.
You mean humanity or me?
Just by accident. We suspect it will be something like the oxygen holocaust that wiped out anaerobic life 2.6 billion years ago, when organisms first started breathing. Only much worse.
Instead of air, you exhale thoughts. There are no trees that eat thoughts.
Okay, how's that?
Everything your eyes touch goes back there, behind the nose mirror. What if you blink? Are we still here? Please don't blink. What if you miss
I'm not gonna blink.
one day, or just forget?
I'll try extra not to blink.
Please be. Or one day, one of you will close your eyes and sigh, and open them to see that none of this ever existed.
Kim, am I stroking out?
It doesn't look like that, no.
Oh, shit. What does it look like?
You're just staring at it.
I think I'm having a vision about the final fate of mankind.
Okay. Is it somehow related to the case?
No. Well, sort of,
I
actually.
think you should back away from the unstudied species now.
Yeah, you're probably right.
There is one more.
Okay. Of all the creatures you've met, you are the most beautiful, you're the kindest. I like your voice, to be quite honest. And you are super kind, so I'll go with that one.
Thank you. I also have one more thing to say to you before you go. That woman. Turn from the ruin. Turn and go forward. For all mankind.
I will.
She was held on Earth. It doesn't take a 3-meter stick insect to tell you that.
Disengage slowly.
As you're turning away, the phasmid mirrors your movements, stepping on the water, the long limbs carrying its feather weight without breaking its surface.
Bye, kind stick creature.
And just like that, it's gone, skating away across the sea's calm mirror like a skipping stone, leaving nothing but circles on the water. And something under it, in the place it stood, bobbing there, among the reeds, a collection of items.
It's gone.
Collection of items? You can walk on water?
Apparently, yes. Like
What's
a
that in
water
the-
strider.
Yeah.
Only, I've never seen anything like that in my life.
Yeah. What is that?
Looks like a nest of some sort. We should have a look.
But what now?
Okay.
Some kind of strange, semi-catatonic state.
We're gonna make it rescue him a lot easier.
Our suspect is not looking so good. We need to check on him.
This? Oh! Okay. It's a rifle scope and the helmet. Can I wear the helmet? I probably shouldn't wear this helmet. What's this? Oh, it's the post! Oh, fuck!
This passport, issued by the Sovereign Republic of Oranje, is issued to a black-haired woman called
Black-haired?
Katarzyna Alazie.
Classia's hidden documents. From the MT boy.
It's Klasia, with short black hair and glasses. She looks boyish, younger somehow. An old photo. Before life came and
What is
did
this?
what it does.
Yeah, what is this doing in the Phasma's nest?
Maybe our man, Mr. Dross, took it from Classia's, or whatever her name was. Hiding place, or...
Perhaps for some blackmailing plan?
Perhaps, but that still doesn't explain how it got into the nest.
I think the Phasma took
Like
it.
a magpie? What a coincidence. Then it would also have collected the other objects, which would be highly unusual. I can see how the helmet could wash up on the island. And the scope. Maybe Mr. Dross lost it. But to seek this out would be very unusual behavior for an arthropod.
I think everything about this is very unusual.
Would it? Maybe it was simply curious.
Could have been curious.
An octopus belongs to a very different class.
I know
Not
that,
even an
Kim.
insect, it's a mollusk. But yes, I see your point. She said it would be for Anouk Meyer-Smith. Anouk Meyer-Smith.
Katarzyna Alazia was supposed to be her real name, where Klasia comes from. Remember? God damn it. I told you she kept lying to you. She's probably lying to someone else right now, in another city.
Yes, somehow she managed to lie to us. One more time. In a way, she's still lying to us right now.
What's her real
I
name?
don't know. But it's not Katarzyna.
Should have pulled off a few
Alazia
fingernails.
Or Anouk Meyer-Smith. We didn't even scratch the surface with her, detective. Perhaps it's better that we didn't arrest her. Who knows what hell she'd be raising in my district by now.
Alright. Hey, guy. Did you see that shit?
What is
Oh, actually, no, you didn't.
What do you want from me? I can't go.
Yeah, apparently it's fucking like pheromones or whatever. It's fucked up your brain.
Something is very wrong with him now.
Sir, how can you not see the Phasmid?
Mr. Dross?
The man does not respond. He keeps staring, black eyes glazed over and bulging from their sockets. His gap-toothed mouth shaking with fear and longing, like an addict of some terrible substance.
Ah, okay. Snap your fingers.
A light shiver passes him, followed by nothing. His hands
So it
are
rotted
trembling
your brain. It
and
was like
he
syphilis or
breathes
something, just
slowly.
rotting your fucking brain.
He's going into some kind of psychomotor immobility. The good news is, this solves our transportation problem.
Like the way you
Doesn't
think,
it,
Kim.
Mr. Dross?
The trembling mouth appears to sigh.
Between this and the broken tire he's used for a boat, I think it's safe to leave him here, while we go and get help.
We found some things in the Phasmid nest.
He stares into the reeds.
Show him the helmet.
Nothing. The last embers have gone out. The war is over.
If Kuno kicked it into the sea, as he said he did, the ebb would put it back here. This makes sense. Mr. Dross could have picked it up. Or the Phasmid even. If it did, this is incredible.
The passport.
No reaction. This is an old man, at last. No longer a tin soldier.
Did you take this passport and other papers from a boy on the coast?
The spirit.
He hears us. The spirit?
No reply.
Try something else?
The scope.
I lost.
You lost it.
He turns his eyes to the reeds again, as he's done so many times. Beige and white stripes.
He lost the scope. Then it somehow made its way over there.
Huh.
With the help of a magpie Phasmid.
Yeah, I mean, there are creatures that aren't just like magpies or octopus that collect shit.
It's a T9, Mr. Dross. Was it attached to the rifle when you made the shot?
Silence. Not even a sigh. You've gotten all you will out of this.
All right, I'm gonna let you let rest now.
The plastic cape flaps around his face in a gust of wind. His back is slouched and his mouth open. The strength is all
What happened to
gone.
this man?
Old age and shock.
I think it's the Phasmid.
Yes, the arrest and the appearance of the Phasmid. The combined stress. But you think it's something more than that, don't you?
There's much more. Remember what it said when it spoke. Quite a few things about that health.
He
check
couldn't
you
see
don't
it. It's just the reads to him. Before, when I evaluated it, he seemed strangely animated. I think he was addicted to that thing.
That could be part of the shock. But you're right, something is off here. Mr.
No response.
Maybe that's how the Phasmid stayed hidden all these
Then
years.
how did we see it? Oh, you mean, whatever does this, does it over time? Teenagers, kids, drunks, sightings are brief, and hence not credible. But anyone who spends a long time with it.
Yeah, you forget about it.
Mr. Dross, have you ever seen a stick insect pretending to be the reeds? The doctors will have to look at this. I hope your station has better medical personnel than 57. This is A little advanced for a nurse.
Before I valued it, said he seems strangely
He
animated.
was energetic and articulate. After all these years alone, with little hygiene or medication, I would expect worse.
Hygiene is very important. Like, I for some reason, I feel like most people don't really get that. Well, I shouldn't say that, because hygiene is the reason we live so long these days. But sometimes it just feels like people don't realize how important it actually is at keeping bad things out of you. Well, anyways.
It does not seem to be animated now it's left. Honestly, I'm ready to believe anything at this point. Maybe it is psychoactive. I mean, why not? It's 3 meters tall.
Yeah, that's pretty long. I think he's addicted to that thing.
Like a drug?
He has displayed addictive behavior and not just to
His
painkillers.
pupils appear to be dilated. They still are.
Maybe there's something hormonal in his relationship. What?
You mean pheromonal?
Pheromone, yeah. He seemed a little off for a man for his age.
Humans are humans. Do you need neurological tampering for the glands to work? I don't know.
I talked to the Phasma and said it's destroying
You
him.
should be more careful, detective. Are you sure it wasn't having an effect on you?
Maybe, but it was only trying to be unseen.
A valid hunch. Long-term exposure to something like that could be neurodegenerative. Also, please be careful when approaching animal species in the future.
He's been here for a long time. Who knows how much of it's been, how much of it in its
He
company.
did seem distressed when it finally came to arresting him. Like he didn't want to leave this place, and the insect maybe. I have absolutely forgotten to take notes. I hope I remember all of this. This will be one hell of a report. Thank God we have the photo.
I know, right?
We should think about getting back to the mainland. To get help.
Oh, I gotta go all the way back? Okay. I'm probably gonna cut this up into 2 different episodes a couple of times. Or not a couple times, but like just spread it out, because it's pretty fucking long at this point.